In this video, we're going to explore how to handle query strings in Uniform Resource Locator, or URL parameters in Express routes. Understanding how to work with query parameters is essential for building robust and flexible web applications with Express. Let's dive in. Query parameters are a way to pass data through the URL. They appear after the question mark in a URL and are made up of key value pairs. Each parameter is separated by an ampersand. For example, in the URL https://apodexample.com/users?page equals 1 ampersand limit equals 10 ampersand sort equals name. The query parameters are page, limit, and sort. They allow you to modify or filter the data requested from the server. Understanding how to extract and use them is key to building dynamic web applications. To access query parameters in an Express route, you can use the req.query object. Here's an example. We define a route for /users. Inside the route handler, we can access the page and limit query parameters using request.query.page and request.query.limit, respectively. These values are then sent back in a JSON response. This makes it easy to extract and use query parameters in your application logic. It's important to differentiate between URL parameters and query parameters. URL parameters are part of the route path and are used to identify a specific resource, such as /users, /:ID, /posts, /:post ID. Query parameters, on the other hand, are used to sort, filter, or paginate data and appear after the question mark in the URL, such as /users?? page equals 1 ampersand limit equals 10. Understanding when to use each type of parameter is crucial for designing clean and maintainable routes. You can easily handle multiple query parameters by destructuring the request.query object. Here's how. We define a route for /search. Inside the route handler, we destructure the query, category, sort, and order parameters from request.query. These parameters are then sent back in a JSON response. This approach makes your code cleaner and easier to read when dealing with multiple query parameters. It's important to note that query parameters are always strings. If you need to use them as numbers or booleans, you'll need to parse them accordingly. For example, to parse the page and limit parameters as integers, you can use the parseInt function. Additionally, you can handle Boolean values by comparing the query parameter to the string true. This ensures that your query parameters are used in the correct data type. To avoid errors and unexpected behavior, it's a good practice to provide default values and validation for query parameters. For example, you can use the math.max and math.min functions to ensure that the page and limit parameters are within a valid range. Additionally, you can use the isNaN function to check if the parameters are valid numbers and return an error response if they are not. This helps ensure that your application handles invalid input gracefully. To ensure your code is maintainable and robust, here are some best practices for working with query parameters. Always validate and sanitize query parameters to prevent security vulnerabilities. Provide sensible default values to avoid errors when parameters are missing. Use descriptive parameter names to make your code easier to understand. Document expected query parameters to help other developers use your API correctly. By following these practices, you can build more reliable and user-friendly web applications. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.